Fashion is an important part of our lives. Fashion is not just about keeping us warm or dry or just for covering our bodies. Fashion is much more than that. We use fashion to tell people about who we are and about how we feel. We use our clothes to create our identities and to communicate with the world around us. But what does fashion mean to the millions of workers around the world who make our clothes? Farmers growing the cotton, workers spinning the yarns, knitting and dyeing the fabrics, and machinists sewing garments together. Working in textile mills and factories is hard work, but so many people work in the supply chains that make our clothes. So what does working in the fashion industry mean to them and to their families' lives? I'm from around here. This is my home, and textiles is our world. We don't know anything other than this. My family has always worked in textiles, but I don't think my daughter is interested in working here. One day she wants to be a dancer, the next an artist, and then again a dancer. It's up to her what she wants to do. We won't force her to do something she doesn't want. I've been working in these fields growing cotton for over 30 years. Now that both my children are married, it's just me and my wife working in the fields. We plow the land, till it, and level it, ready for planting. We feed the plants with fertilizers and sometimes spray them with medicine to make sure they grow strong and they don't get infected. We are busy, but we do have time to go to the local festivals, and sometimes we'll buy new clothes to wear for these celebrations.
I started working in the ginning mill 25 years ago. I came here to work because we did not have much money. But I had a break from work in the mill to have my children, a boy and a girl. When they grew up, I came back to the hand grading job so I could support my family. My children are married themselves now, and I have 4 grandchildren. So I come to work to make sure I can support the whole family. Farming is hard work. We have to take care of the cows and the chickens, and we tend to the fields. And picking cotton can be hard. The plant has lots of thorns, and in the afternoon the sun is too strong and too hot. Finding people to work in the fields is difficult. They want to be paid too much, and we can't make any money. When we finish all this hard work, we don't always make much money, and this makes us unhappy. But we do live here in the country, and we have freedom to do what we want. When there are festivals, we can go as a family and meet our relatives and friends and have fun together. And sometimes we buy new dresses for these festivals.
I live here on my own. My parents, brother and sister all live in my home village in Bihar, 1500 miles away. I enjoy my job because it helps me earn a living and helps me support my family. I send money home every month to make sure my parents are looked after. I have lived in a lot of poverty. It was very tough. So I want to do good work and take proper care of my parents. When I was young, I wanted to be a farmer, but then I came here and I've been working in textiles for 10 years. I don't want my children to suffer like we did. I want them to achieve greater heights. Maybe they can become engineers. I've been working in textiles for 6 years, but I want my children to become what they want to be. My son's ambition is to be in the police, and I think my daughter wants to become a doctor. My children live in my home village, and every couple of months when I go home, I take them presents. My son usually asks for a remote-controlled car, and my daughter just wants more toys. I feel happy working in textiles. I've been doing it for 23 years. I wanted my son to study textile technology and hoped he would join the textiles business. But he wants to be a civil servant in the government, and that's okay. It is his choice and his wish for his life.
Me and my husband work in textiles, and I think my son wants to work in the factories here too. He used to come to the factory for the puja ceremonies, and he saw all the spinning machines. Now he keeps telling me he wants to work here after he finishes his studies.
I wanted to do many things, but I didn't have enough money. I wanted to work on our farm and take care of my family, but we weren't able to make ends meet. So I left our village and went to Tamil Nadu to work in this garment factory to earn more money. It's hard work. I start at 8 a.m. and work till 7:30 in the evening with just half an hour lunch break. But I like working in textiles. It pays more than being on the farm. When I have enough money, I will make arrangements to get married. I will want my wife to be here with me, not back in the village. If I leave her in the village, people will talk, and it won't be good.
There are many people from the village who work here, but I was the first woman. I was the first woman to step out of the family home to come here and work in this factory. It was only with the support of my family and friends in our village was I able to do this. I have 2 daughters. One is really good at drawing and she wants to be an artist. The other wants to be a doctor. Nowadays, everyone has more freedom to do what they want. But going to work is really important to us. It means we are able to support our children. It is not enough for one person in the family to be earning. Both of us need to work. Only then can we afford for our kids to go to school to study.
My village is a long way from here, but because I couldn't finish my school studies, I came here to work. Many people from my village have come here to work at lots of companies around the city. I started as a helper, then got trained to work on the knitting machines, and then I moved to this factory. I like it here. There is a canteen, or you can cook food. The factory gives us dal and rice and free electricity and water, and I earn good money. I sent some of this back home to the village to help my parents, but I have to work here all the time and can only visit my parents once a year. I've not studied very much, so how could I become someone successful? But I do hope after 5 or 6 years, I can go back to the village to be a farmer or open a shop. Like so many people around the world, workers making our clothes face the same problems we all have. They have to make the same decisions we all have to make. Where will we work? How far will we have to travel to get a good job? Can we earn enough to get our children a good education or to look after our aging parents? And these workers also have aspirations about what they want to do with their lives. Getting married, owning their own business, being closer to their family, or just earning enough money to have a comfortable life. Working in textiles isn't easy, but spinning yarns, knitting fabrics, or sewing garments could be a better opportunity to earn more money, to become more independent. It might also be a job they like and can be proud of. It could be a chance to improve their families' lives. So when you buy that new t-shirt, you could be helping these workers have a different life, giving them a different story to tell. Wouldn't it be great to learn more about the journey your clothes have taken and hear about workers and their families? Cotton Hidden Stories.